Hey,
Hi. Hi, Fisher Jerks. Hi, Misfit. Hi, Brennen.
how you doing, man?
I bounce back and forth with that. Sometimes you're Brennen, sometimes it's Misfit. Miss Brennen doesn't fit.
At least it stands out enough for me to hear.
Miss Brennen doesn't fit. Misfit, oh,
And
that's beautiful right there. Hi,
that,
everybody. All right, let's do our normal spiel. Everybody, thank you so much for coming in. We won't be looking at the chat the whole first part. Brent and I are just going to be having a conversation, and the second part we'll open up and let you guys ask questions of Brennan. Anything. We try to keep it more personal, but Brennan does own a fish maintenance company, so he definitely knows his stuff too, and reptiles and all that kind of stuff. So if you have those questions, that's okay too. But let's try and keep it a little more personal. And before we get started, hey, come here, up. He's so tired, he doesn't want to come up. There we go. Scotty asked me to show my Wally, which it fits right in with the old Brickley Bell joke with Tucker, so that works out perfectly. But here's Wally. You say hi. Say hi to everybody. Huh? Yes, this is Wally. He's 9 weeks. Well, he'll be 9 weeks on Monday. He's Australian Shepherd, and we just got him. Oh, and he's doing really good. Still having some accidents, We're getting him though. He knows about going outside. He scratches the door. He's got sit down, both the just saying it and the hand gesture. He's having a little trouble with the other dogs now because he plays a little bit too rough with them. And Pugsley especially, she's about 9 years old, and she doesn't want to play that rough. And 11 is a Chihuahua, so he's way bigger than she is. But he's doing great. And he's very cuddly. He loves to sit on my lap. He, sleeps right next to me. He's my constant companion already. So, he's a good boy. Okay, I'll put you down. And he just like Tucker used to do, he's always right by my feet. But I am going to let him out right now, so I will be back in just a second. I'm going to let him out because this is about the time he goes to sleep, and I'd rather him go to sleep on his bed instead of in here. So hold on.
No worries. How's everybody in chat doing tonight? It has been a long few weeks, at least for me. Got lucky and didn't have to do much today, so stayed at home, caring for my tanks I have at home and hanging out with the dogs. Got a swarm of babies, angel babies, fry, that have so far lived longer than the rest of the babies they have spawned for me. Knock on wood. So I'm excited about that. Been trying to spawn that black angel for a long time.
Okay. Spawning black angels?
Trying to.
I got some new fish today as well. The Goodeids from Alashon. They're in that tank right there. Got
Nice.
4 of them. So, all right. So again, everybody, thanks for coming in. Brent and I were just going to have a conversation, so we're not going to be looking at the chat. Mods, if you could, if somebody comes in and says hi or whatever, just let them know that we'll take the questions at the second half. And I'm even going to minimize the chat so I can't even see it because it is very distracted. So many people here. All right. Hey, what's happening?
Not a whole lot.
So no. I do know a few things about you because we've met and we've been hanging out now for, I don't know, at least a year, I think, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I know you live in Ohio.
Correct.
Are you Ohio born and raised?
No, I was born and raised in Kentucky. Moved up here when I was 7 or 8.
Okay.
And just kind of moved around ever since until I got out on my own. And I've been in Fremont since then. So.
Okay. And Ohio feel like home now? Is it where you want to stay? Or are you thinking other
It's all
places in Kentucky?
it's the only reason I wanna stay here is because my daughter and my family,
Makes
but
sense.
other than that, I could care less.
Yeah. And you are a single father.
Mhm.
Yep. And your daughter lives with you. She's with you all the time, right?
Yep. Most of the time, yeah.
And is the mom still around at all? I
Yeah.
this is something I don't know.
Yep. Yep, she's
She's not
still
in the
around.
picture, but she's still
Yep. I'm still
okay.
involved.
Gotcha. Well, that's good. That's good. Because I just think that kids need both of their parents, you know.
Oh, yeah. I
Anyways,
agree.
anyways. And how old is your daughter again? We've seen her so many
She's
times.
she's 3. She turns 4 in, April of next
Wow.
year.
I didn't think she was that young.
Yep.
I was thinking 5 or 6.
She is out of this world smart for her
Yeah.
age. So,
Yeah, yeah, she's very articulate, and I didn't think she was 3. I thought she was far older than that.
oh, yeah. Been
Yeah.
able to have full conversations with her since she's been, like, 1.5, 2 years old. She's that kid.
And that makes it easy, but also tough sometimes, right? Because she's
She
probably
figures
so
things out a
curious.
little quicker than you would like sometimes, that's for sure.
And she probably hears things and understands things that you don't want her to hear and
Yeah.
understand yet.
Yep.
Because you're like me, our vernacular isn't exactly, we just say whatever comes to our minds as far as,
Mm.
you know, we don't worry about curse words,
Yep.
even though I told you to worry about curse words.
I even wrote it
I
down.
asked, I asked Brennan before the stream to keep it to just like 1 or 2 F bombs because I'm trying to cut back on him. Okay. So live in Ohio, from Kentucky, and you currently own you currently are busting your ass because you've got 2 jobs, but you own what is it exactly? I know that you maintain aquariums for people, but what else? What does it
It's
all entail?
its official label would be aquarium maintenance, setup, and acquisitions. So I set up aquariums, terrariums, and enclosures for reptiles. I maintenance them all. Um, and then acquisitions obviously means acquiring, whether it be equipment or animals or whatever.
Gotcha.
Get a hold of me and find it, or I'll
And
find it.
it's not just aquariums, but paludariums and things like
Yep.
that as well.
Yep. Lots of reptiles as well.
Okay, yeah, because I knew that you. I mean, it's in your channel name. I mean, right? But
Yep.
is there any animals that you don't deal with that way, other than like cats and dogs and stuff? I mean, is it pretty much all reptiles that are legal, all fish that are legal, that kind
Yep.
of thing? Oh,
Yep.
gotcha.
As long as it's
Salt
fish and
and
reptiles.
fresh.
Yep. Salt and
Yeah,
fresh water as well.
gotcha. And how long have you had that business? How long have you been doing that?
6 years now. Well, a little
Wow.
over 6
Okay.
years. Yep.
Yeah. And I know things recently have gotten a little tough. I know you had some of your older clients, one of them especially, right, passed away. Is that
Yep.
right?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did. Yep.
So
He was
you've
my
had to pick
mentor
up.
and one of my largest clients.
He was your mentor, you said?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
that's tough. I didn't realize that.
Yep. My
Gotcha.
dad and a few of his best friends were really big in the fish and reptile scene growing up. And once my father passed away, I ended up getting in touch with them, and they kind of helped walk me through the rest of the way that I needed until I was
Oh,
able to stand on
gotcha.
my own feet. So,
So you didn't just lose a friend or a customer, you lost a friend.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Gotcha. Um, and you've recently though you've had to pick up that second job. And what are you doing with that one? I forgot what that one was.
I make metal pails, like the 5 gallon and 3 gallon metal buckets. We also make like the True Fuel 2 cycle engine, or the 2 cycle engine fuel for mm, weed eaters and whatnot. But we make
Yeah,
the metal cans for it all.
gotcha. And is it how are they made? Is it welding? Is it what's the
Um,
process?
well,
A lot of cutting and
it starts out as just bare steel sheets, and they get sent to a litho machine to get painted or coated, and then it gets sent to a machine that slides in and it starts cutting it into the specs that you need. And it slides up a little further and it goes into what's called a soudendronic machine. And it like rolls the sheet metal, it welds it but it also coats the inside of it with like a powder coat or a
Oh,
sealant.
gotcha. Wow.
And then it goes down through another machine that presses the bottom and the handles on and welds the handles on and stuff. It's pretty neat. And then it comes out, we inspect it and stack it.
See, I love those types of things because I mean I used to work for a liquor distributor, and you think there was nothing comparable there, but we had 3 miles of conveyor and sorting machines. So stuff always went exactly, people would put something on one side, they put a case of liquor on one side of the building and it would go to the exact right truck, the exact right place so that the driver when he got to stop 17, he didn't have to dig for it. It was right there. He walked in, picked it up, because it was just an order. So those things have always been really interesting to me. So what part do you play there? What do you do do you run the machine? Do you?
I'm in charge of inspecting and down stacking everything, putting it on a pallets, and then sending it to a bander.
Gotcha. Okay. And now you've only been doing that for about 4 months?
3 weeks, 4 weeks, almost 4 weeks,
A
something like
month.
that.
Not even close.
Yeah,
Time goes by.
yeah, it does. It feels
And
like it's been that long though.
yeah, because like you told me, you put in a ton of work. Even this last week, every week is a ton. So you haven't had a lot of time to do your fishy stuff and to hang out with the fish fam near as much.
Yeah.
So
Start my day off about 7 in the morning. I go to the shop, grab my work truck, go take care of my clients, do whatever I have to do, and then at 3 o'clock I go directly into my other job without even being able to stop at home, and then I'm there until 11 o'clock at night, and home I go.
it's too much. It's too much. And you were saying before that you expect to do this for maybe another 6 months or so.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
get me properly back on my feet with my business. Yeah,
And
definitely.
I mean, are there very many breaks? Are you going to ever have any downtime during that period to speak of?
Well, once my 90 days is up, I get 80 hours of PTO.
Okay.
So I mean, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
they're pretty lenient on the whole ordeal. As long as I put it in a few days ahead of time, I won't get pointed out or anything like that. So I can take up to 40 hour a whole week off of work if I have to.
Uh, is it a union job too? I'm just curious.
No, nope.
Okay. Okay. I wasn't sure. I honestly don't know how strong the unions are in Ohio, if that would be something that would be covered. Um, it's just it's so much. I mean, and I can tell right now that you're tired, even though you said you didn't work today, but I can tell. And I've
Oh
seen
yeah,
you recently, and I could just see that you're already burning out after a month of it. So hopefully the
yep,
6 months goes by quick.
yeah. I'm just glad it. The only reason I took a factory job, particularly, it's 8 hour shifts. It's easy work and it pays really well. So it kind
Yeah.
of just works. And they were offering second shift, which is kind of what I needed anyways, because I can't necessarily go to a customer's house at 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night. So
Yeah.
it
All
worked
right.
out.
Well, I'm getting tired just thinking about all of it. I mean, I've had those periods in my life for sure, but
Hmm.
and they're not
Well,
fun. So
the way I look at
hopefully,
it, like I was already used to working 12-hour days for my business by itself, 5, 6 days a week. At this rate, I mean, I'm working 18 hours a day, 18 to 20. So, I mean, it's only a few more hours, right?
I'm probably not even awake 18 hours a day anymore. I'm probably
Mhm.
not even, probably not even 16 hours a day.
Yeah. I
Jesus.
sleep 4 to 6 hours at a time. I sleep more than that. I am ridiculously tired.
Yeah.
So it works out, I guess. I just sucks not spending so much time with my daughter. I can take her to
Yeah.
work with me sometimes and stuff in the mornings, but I obviously can't take her into a factory. So
Yeah.
miss a
Yeah.
lot of time with her.
Yeah. That's probably the hardest, I imagine. Well, okay. On a little bit lighter note, let's talk about something different. uh, what about hobbies and stuff outside of fish keeping? And I mean, are those your main things? And I know right now, obviously, you have no time for any of that kind of stuff. But when you
Mhm.
do have your free time, is working sort of your hobby, anyways? Because it sounds like you're always busting your ass. So is
Yeah,
that sort of
kinda.
yeah,
But I mean, I like to go shooting at the range. I like to go hunting, fishing, camping. Um, I like to play games, video games. biking, hiking, all sorts of stuff. Most of the time, if it's anything to do with outdoors, I like it.
Gotcha.
Um,
Same here. Yeah. What kind of games are they? Mostly shooters.
no, I play a little bit of everything. I like anything from BioShock, Call of Duty to ESO and Skyrim and stuff like that.
Okay, so pretty much everything. Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
And are you playing anything now? Obviously, I know not much,
Um,
but
yeah, I played through the campaign of the new Call of Duty. I haven't had time for much else. Um,
yeah.
and then my buddy's letting me borrow a VR headset, and I picked up the Rick and Morty VR game. So I'm gonna go and check that out here soon.
I didn't even know there was one. We have a VR unit here. It's my son-in-law's, and my son still plays all the time.
Yeah, there's a Rick and
But
Morty game for it.
I didn't even know. Is it only for the VR?
Yeah, it's on Steam particularly as well. So you do it on a computer.
Yeah, and I do have Steam. I've got like I don't know 450 games on there, but I
Dang, a bunch, dude.
I haven't played any in over a year. It's been forever since I've even fired Steam up at all. I didn't even know there was. So is it an RPG or what's? I'm sorry, we're getting off on a tangent here, but I'm
I don't know what
curious
it
because I
is.
love Rick and Morty.
It's I think it's more story oriented, but I think you're playing as Rick or Morty through it,
Gotcha.
going through a whole bunch of different scenarios.
It sounds amazing. It sounds
It,
amazing.
it does.
Well, you got to keep us updated when you finally get around to being able to play it because
Oh yeah,
I'm dying to know. I'm gonna have to go look it up too. So
I can look up to see if I'm able to stream it for you guys too.
yeah, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. I'd love to see it. I don't even watch people stream games at all. I just don't care to do it. But that
I've
one I
done it a
would.
couple times on Twitch, but yeah,
My son does that. He's got a YouTube and a Twitch channel, and that's all he does is stream his games that he's playing. And I mean, kids are into it. It's a big thing. It's massive.
right.
I just don't see the joy. I'd rather play the game myself than watch somebody else do it. I don't know. It's just me. So,
I understand that.
um, what about family? We're shifting gears again. I'm just all over the place tonight. What about family in the area? You said you moved up from Kentucky. You still is your mom, dad, or well, you said your dad had
Well,
passed
the
away.
reason we moved up here particularly is my mom, all her family is up here, my grandparents, all that. They
Gotcha.
passed away at this point, but um, that's why we originally came up here is because all her family was up here. And yeah, I've got a couple uncles and stuff that live up this way. All my mom's aunts and or my mom's sisters and whatnot. But besides that, I mean, there's not really a whole lot of us. I know me and my brother are the last two people with our last name um, in our line. So
Yeah, yeah.
if I don't have a son or he doesn't have a son, it's ending with us.
That's a lot like us as well. We moved up here where my wife's family is, and my brother, my sister, and myself are the last out of our entire family on my mom's side. They're all the uncles, all the cousins, everybody. They all died very early. It's sad to say. I had a cousin who was 29. He had a heart attack and passed away. 29 years old, and he didn't
Man,
look like he was out of shape. I mean, he was a smoker. He was a mechanic. He was, physically active and stuff, but maybe genetics. I don't know. So,
right.
your mom's still around?
Yeah, she's still around.
Okay, and not too far away. You get to hang out with her once
Yep,
in a while.
she lives about 20 minutes away.
Okay,
She ended up remarrying too, so I got a stepdad as well.
and yeah, you hang out with them on holidays and stuff like that,
Yeah.
or is it okay? I'm just
Yep.
always curious. I always like to know about people's uh, family makeup, and how they've because sometimes I feel like the family makeup can sort of tell you a little bit about where that person is and what they've gone through in their life. Um,
Yeah.
that's why I always ask that question. I'm just
I
curious
mean,
about
when I was younger, I was a little bit of a rowdy asshole.
it.
And I kind of like part or separated myself from most of my friends and family for a while. But besides that, I mean, I've never had any ill will towards or anything like that.
Gotcha. Okay, we're speeding through this. Let's see what else can we. Yeah, this is just like with Scotty. You know, I've been talking, and it's getting to be this way. There's a lot of you guys that I've been talking to off and on. Like we hang out on the Discord server. We've been in plenty of streams together. We've met face to face. You know, so we've got to hang out that way. And it's like it actually makes it more difficult for me to ask questions because I already feel like I know a lot of the answers, and even though the audience doesn't know them, I already know them,
Right.
and
I
it's
can
not as
understand
natural
that.
for me. So, um, I'm wow, I'm having a rough time tonight. What else? What else can we talk about? We dug into the hobbies super quick, and again, most of your hobbies are working right now.
Mhm.
Um,
Well,
we talked
elaborate.
about your, you know, living arrangements and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Jesus, I don't want to open it up. We've only been going for 20 minutes, but I feel like we just need to open it up to the chat already. How
If
about
that's
this? Is
what
there
you want.
anything that you would like to tell us about yourself, or
Mm.
how about some, you know, really positive things that have happened in your life, or really negative things that have happened in your life that have sort of shaped who you are today? You know, is there any? A lot of people don't really have those major things. They have just a bunch of little things. Is that sort of you, or do you have anything big that has happened?
Well, when I was 17, my father had passed away, and that's around the time I kind of started shutting people out, pretty heavily, um, and I ended up getting emancipated somehow, and moved off to my own on my own for a bit. Worked on a farm for a while, had a small apartment, um, and then one day I went to a pet store just to kind of look around. We do some window shopping, and they had a little baby boa. Um, just sitting there checking it out. I had them pull it out for me so I can check her out and whatnot. And some kind of clicked into me because at that point I had dropped everything. I didn't keep any fish tanks at the time. I didn't keep any reptiles or anything at the time. I got rid of most of the reptiles and fish that my dad had, besides
Okay, yeah.
one snake.
Did you keep any of that stuff on your own, or was it all mostly your dad's stuff that got you started at the very beginning back
At
then?
the beginning, it was all him, but once I got older and stuff, I got more interested and
So
whatnot.
you did keep stuff when you
Yeah.
were a kid on
Oh
your own.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. Ball pythons, turtles, all sorts of stuff.
Gotcha.
Geckos. But after k- after that, I kind of had a big realization that I mean, hey, this is what I love. This is what I want to do. And at that point, I had already finished school. I graduated a little bit early, and I wanted. That's when I about started just figuring out that what I wanted to do for a living was take care of fish and reptiles. So I ended up going to college for that, and I just that whole scenario is kind of what turned me around right there.
So
Simple as just
so
hanging out with a friggin' snake for an hour, you know what I mean?
yeah,
It hit me.
you and what kind of classes do you take for that too? What is that
Well, to start off,
schooling?
I started with going. It's called Animal Behavioral College. It's a small online college. Pretty fairly affordable. I think Hippie John's even doing something with it as well. But they have a aquarium maintenance college course that you can take to start off there. And then if you want to delve more into the industrial commercial side of things, you can go to an actual community college and stuff for water filtration, marine biology. You have
Gotcha.
to take a
Okay.
series of courses
Yeah.
to prepare you for the maintenance aspect of things. And in some cases, there's even courses for heavy machinery because some of those big filtration systems for display tanks and stuff at zoos and aquariums. I mean, some of the pipes are 4 feet around. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So you can't necessarily just pick it up. So,
Yeah. It's not a hang on back.
yep.
Gotcha. And how long was the school? All of it, all the stuff
Mm,
that you had to take. Was it?
Close to 4 years.
Okay.
It wasn't bad.
So really, that snake just sort of turned everything around and sort of, I know maybe not saved your life, but at least changed your life, huh? Just that
Yeah, it
one.
did. It definitely saved me in quite a few different ways. I don't. There's a past life that I have before all of this. Before I got into all of that, at one point I used to go around fighting for money, um, and enter in backyard street fight competitions and stuff like that, and
Yeah,
either get my ass whooped or make some money. So, um,
that
in
I
a
did
way,
not
yeah,
know. That I
yeah, I
See,
keep
now
it
I
to
would have
myself. I'm not
classified that
proud
as a
of it.
hobby, just not a new hobby. It's an old hobby, or
I'm
maybe a
just
job. I guess that could have been a job too.
yeah. I was not happy about it. I was a very angry person back then, especially after my
And
father had
and
passed.
that was around that 17 years old, and so
Yep.
around that age. So you
Yep.
were a legal adult because you were emancipated. So and you were out there fighting for money.
Yep. I mean, I've been
Wow.
6'4", 250 since high school.
Yeah.
So I mean, beard along with it. That's a it definitely saved me because after that I never went back to that aspect. I got put in a lot of sketchy and very dangerous situations doing stuff like that, and just like I said, that snake just flipped a switch in my head, and I started seeing everything I was doing wrong and what I should be doing, and more importantly, what I love and what I want.
Wow.
So,
Yeah. An actual epiphany. Yeah. People talk about them, but I mean, I don't think a lot of people have ever had one in their lives, but that's definitely what that is.
mhm.
Just that massive realization that this is not how I need to change things, and this is
Yep,
this is where I can go.
right. Because, like, I mean, growing up and stuff, I never wanted to be, a firefighter or an astronaut. The only thing I wanted when I was a kid was to have my own family and keep it together, you know. Um, so realizing what I was doing, I wouldn't ever get that going down that path. So, I
Yeah.
mean, kind of helped push me a bit further.
And what was that? Did you take that snake home that day?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Excuse my
Yeah.
French. Yeah.
No, you were allowed. We said a couple. We said a couple.
Oh, did we?
We said a
Oh
couple
no.
f bombs. We were allowed to do a couple f bombs. It's just like myself. You enjoy the use of that word, and I've just been trying to minimize. That's all. That's all.
I
So it's
understand.
fine.
But yeah, she lived for about 6 years before she got stolen,
Oh,
and I never found her or got her back after that. So, but when she
that had
was
to be
with me, she
heartbreaking.
was in great care. It was. It was.
I mean, because again, that's not even just a pet. That's a change in your life.
That was my baby.
Means a lot. What was her name?
Um, I don't think I ever named her.
Yeah, she was
Um,
just
it's just my
she was
girl.
yeah,
That's what I
just
call
the
her. Was my
snake.
girl.
Yeah,
She was, man. She'd hang out with me all the time. I worked a lot with her around the same time I was working with Stella, my reticulated python, and they act just like each other. Two completely different species of snake. One's a boa and one's a python, and they acted almost identical. Very calm, very chill, very flaccid. I mean, you could walk up and just snatch their head as fast as you can, and they won't even flinch. Um, I miss her. She was like my road snake. I'd take her everywhere with me.
what about Stella? Was Stella like that too? You could do the same type of
I
stuff with
could
her.
when she was smaller, but it's kind of hard to do that with a 13-foot snake now.
Yeah, yeah. Road snake. I like that. And I understand that. I don't really have an affinity for snakes. I don't mind them. I've never kept them. I'm not, they don't bother me, but definitely animals for sure. Especially dogs.
I never
Uh,
thought I would either, but it doesn't matter what animal it is.
Yeah.
To me, it's more about the personality
Yeah.
of that animal. And if it's a snake, if it's a cow, if I feel that connection with it, I mean, you know,
Gotcha. I understand that. Yeah, I get that 100%. I do. I've just never kept any of those things. We had lots of birds, um, lots of different dogs, cats, but never anything that I would consider. Well, personally, I never had any reptiles myself at all, ever. And again, nothing against them. I just never kept them. And maybe that's something I should change. Maybe I should, I've got I've got a couple of tanks that I could definitely use to build something and smaller things. I mean, not nothing, nothing big, but
right.
and that's what's cool about this community is we have so many people like yourself that have all that knowledge that if you want to get into something, you're going to hit the ground running because you've got people like yourself to help out
Yep.
that are willing to help out too, to share that knowledge.
That's the whole reason I'm here on YouTube and doing this is because first off, I want to make more friends. Second off, I want to share what's in my head with everyone around me, as many people as I can. And what
Yeah,
better way, you know?
tons of experience, lots of knowledge. Bex and Steven on Bex's stream today, tons of great information on there.
Hmm.
Um, and there's a whole bunch of those streams all throughout the week where people are just freely sharing all this, you know, amazing knowledge and experience that they've gathered, and
Yep.
that's what makes this community. That's a part of what makes this community so good
Hmm.
is that extra, willingness to share, the friendly
Even
spirit.
with the college that I've been through for my business and whatnot, I still learn more from the people around me and you guys more so than I ever did from college. It's just never stopped. You know what I mean? I'm just
Yeah,
continuously learning.
yeah.
So even with however much experience someone has, you know.
And I didn't have any of that, but I've been very lucky because of people like yourself willing to share all that.
Mm.
Because I think I've skipped a lot of the pratfalls that a lot of people have when they get into these hobbies. They don't. I haven't really had any of those major issues because of all the information that's freely shared.
Right.
So thank
Of
you to you,
course.
thank you to the rest of the community for all that. That's amazing.
Of course.
So,
Thank you guys.
um, we didn't really talk about other jobs you've had though. 'Cause you brought up the fighting and stuff, so I wanted to, what other types of I mean, did you ever do, you said you worked on the farm. Did
Mhm.
you ever do like retail? Did you ever do fast food? Any of those kind of things?
Yeah.
What other
I've had a
types of
lot of
jobs?
different jobs. The farm I was a farmhand. It was a grain farm, but it was also a hunting reservation. We raised pheasants to put
Yep.
out for people to hunt, and
Yeah.
part of my job was caring for all of that and also a hunting guide on top of it all. So taking
Nice.
people out in the field to go hunting and whatnot.
Yeah.
I've done pavement, I've done asphalt, or that's pretty much the same thing, concrete and asphalt. I worked in a garage for a little while. I've done a little bit of fast food, not for very long now. I couldn't stand it.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
I have a friend, very good friend, who also his family owns a huge farm not too far from here, and same thing. They do the hunting. They have the pheasants and stuff. They got all kinds of quail and all kinds of different stuff, and raise them and specifically for that too. So
awesome.
I've been out there a few times to his place. I don't hunt, but I still like to go out and just hang out and see the stuff.
Right. Oh
So yeah,
yeah.
I definitely know what that looks like at least. So out of all those jobs you've done, other than the business that you currently own, other than that, all those different jobs, besides that one, what was your favorite?
The farm for sure. I could do
Yeah,
whatever the hell I wanted.
yeah. What was
Whatever I
on the
wanted.
farm? Was it
We had cattle, but it was we had like a skeet and clay target range
oh, okay.
as well. Then we had quite a few thousands of pheasants that we raised from chicks every year. Um, Besides that, I mean, just fields of corn and about it.
So and what exactly made that your favorite? Just the fact that there was so many different things to do there, or
Yeah, that and I could do whatever I want. My boss was really nice. I got paid in cash under the table. It was nice.
gotcha.
If I wanted a break, I could go take a break. You know, if I wanted to
Yeah.
drink a beer, I could go drink a beer.
As long as the work got done, they didn't care.
Yep.
I've had jobs like that too, and yep, definitely, definitely. Um, okay, well, I think now's a good time, even though it's only been 35 minutes. Again, was there anything else that you want to talk about? You know, channel wise too. Is there anything? You know, I'm sure that the mod's been dropping your links. You can obviously go to fishfam.link and find Brennen over there.
Yep.
Oh, you know, something I forgot that I was going to talk about at the very beginning of the show is our good friend Mike. Mike's what's his channel name? Oh my
Mike's
god.
Aquatics and things.
Yes. See, I told you I'm just not myself tonight. Mike's been a good friend of mine. We started hanging out with the Fish Fam right about the same time, started up doing stuff around the same time. He's a great guy. He's in the hospital. You go over and look on his community page, and maybe the mods could drop that link. Just, you know, let him know that we're thinking about him. Super great guy. And, you know, just let him know. Let him know. I also see Jimmy P in the house. And Jimmy, I hope that that you were able to get the support that you needed for the things that happened to you this past couple of weeks as well. So hopefully everything has turned out okay for you. And let us know. I mean, I haven't been watching a lot of streams this week, so maybe you've already mentioned, but maybe drop a community post or something. Let us know how you're doing with the things that you need. And if somebody would like to drop that link as well to Jimmy's community post about the things that he's going through. Okay, I think now's a good time. I think now's a good time. We can go ahead and open it up. Again, I feel like, you know, normally we do like an hour, but we've hung out. We've done stuff together. That sounds wrong. We've done stuff together. I didn't mean it like that, people.
Sorry. So I saw Zen earlier call me out on saying placid snakes. She thought I said flaccid.
Oh, flaccid. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna open it up right now. And I see the very first one. Oh, actually, there was another one. There it is, right there. Hi, June. Only Oscars would like to know. And again, please do the @Rico stand for me so it pops out. And you can see the chat as well, right?
Yep.
So if you see something that you want to address or talk about, feel free. So you can also address those directly to Brennen as well, to Misfit. But the very first one I see is from June, and she wants to know what are your future plans on YouTube, life, and marriage. So start with YouTube. You said that you're here to spread the knowledge. Do you have plans to do anything different with the channel, or
Yeah, I do. But I've just kind of created it in a way where things pick up with work. I can slow things down a little bit with this, or things slow down with work. I can pick things up more with the YouTube side of things. I have I don't, be frank, I don't give a damn about making money off of any of this. I just want to hang out with my friends and learn and share what's in my head. So that's not really in my mind as much
Gotcha.
as trying to reach as many people as I can to share what I have, you know. Life, I'd like to own a better house one day. Um, I'd like to not have to worry about stuff going on, or if it does, I got whatever in the bank to take care of it. Like to have a family, marriage.
like
I
to
mean, yeah, I'd like to be married one day.
not work, 150 hours in a week? And
Yeah, that would be gorgeous to not
yeah.
work that much. I'd love to just not work at all and pay people to work for me. That would be ideal with my business. I don't think I
And
could ever be that hands off.
no,
It would drive me insane.
I don't know that I could ever trust anybody else to do things that were I have a hard time with that. I
Mhm.
never did. I was offered a lot of management positions throughout the years, and never could do that. Never could. I never wanted to do it because I realized I would be a very poor manager. I just don't have it in me. So in marriage, you said you'd like to meet somebody else and get married
Yeah.
again. Oh, I'm married again. Married for the first time?
Yep. I've
Married
never
for the
been
first
married.
time. Gotcha. Okay. Let's see. The next one down is Jenna P. Hi, Jenna. She says, "Is there a reptile that Brennan has kept that he would never keep again?"
Bearded dragons. People
And
are gonna hate me for saying that,
yeah,
but they're just not for me. They're cool. I love them. There's a lot of really pretty ones, but there's other stuff I'm more interested in.
is there something about their personalities or just I mean their upkeep or what is it that turns you off from them? Been there, done that, or
Yeah, more so than anything.
okay,
Um,
okay,
I'm just burnt out on them.
okay. Let's see.
I'd rather keep a gecko or something over a bearded dragon.
Have you ever kept? And that's Killer Kitty. Hello. Have you ever kept seahorses and or macroalgae?
Yeah,
Thoughts?
I have. I had some pink pygmy seahorses at one point. I've had gone to, I can't even begin to list how many different species of macroalgae I've worked with or have had. Um, but yeah, macroalgae are pretty great for seahorses. There's lots of different kinds that work really well as grasps for the seahorses and whatnot. And most of them don't require a crap ton of flow, which you don't really want with your seahorse, anyways. I mean, you want some, but not extensive amount like you would in a normal reef tank. So that works out for them as well. It's more of a making sure that it's what you want and the color you want, you know.
I would love to keep seahorses. I think if there was freshwater ones, I would be all over it. I would
They have
definitely have some.
freshwater pipefish, which are in the same family.
Yeah, got that same horse sort of long
Yep.
face, nose,
Just
and
not
whatever.
S-shaped.
Yeah, yeah. I have seen those. In fact, y- I think
Dan's
I've said that
fish.
before, and you brought it that same thing up. You told me about them before. We've talked
Mhm.
about this.
Yep, Dan's fish breeds them.
Who does? Dan?
Dan's fish breeds
Oh,
them.
oh, I didn't know he bred them.
Yeah, he's been breeding them. I
Well,
talked
maybe
to him
I,
about it at the Triple
yeah,
Crown.
maybe. Nope, I'm not doing anymore. Again, I just got good eats for the first time, and that that's it. I'm not doing anything else for the foreseeable future. Probably at least 6 months. I'm not. I mean, I might add some shrimp here and there. I might add something else, bottom feeders or something, but
Right.
no tanks,
Yeah.
tanks.
Currently, I've been in the process over the last like 2 months, ripping my fish room here at home apart, getting rid of fish, moving stuff around. I'm getting bored or
Hmm,
stagnant, and I'm doing everything I can to prevent that. So
gotcha.
I'm
Okay,
offloading a bunch of fish and trying to find new and interesting stuff.
gotcha.
Keeping some things that I've grown attached to, but
And it's got to be a little difficult too now. And you know that you've got the next 6 months of not having as much time to do the maintenance on them. You probably don't want to. I mean, even though you enjoy it and you do it for a living, you probably don't want to do that all day, go to your
no.
other job, and then come home and take care of maintenance as well.
Oh no, 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 hell no.
Yeah,
That's why all my tanks at home, they're very simple, very as maintenance free or hands off as I can get them. I'll
gotcha.
stuff them with some plants, throw a light on it and a filter, and do my water changes once a week, and that's it. If I can't just do that, then most likely I'm not gonna have it here at home.
Yeah, I'm with you. I've really been, scaling back too as fish start to age out. Now, some of the fish I've got years still. I've got a long time. Bosemani's, Denison barb, stuff like that.
Mhm.
But I also have some fish that don't, last a real long time. And as they age out, I'm not going to replace them. I'm just going to let those tanks get less and less in there, more and more plants, make the maintenance is just that much easier. So, okay, Bex would like to ask Eric's sandwich question. His sandwich question is what's your favorite sandwich?
What's my
Yeah.
favorite sandwich?
Yeah. Do you have a favorite?
Um, Corned beef with Swiss and a hint of open pit.
A hint of
Open pit barbecue sauce?
oh, okay.
Every
It wasn't coming
Mhm.
through. I didn't know what open what opa. I thought it was something I never heard of before.
Yeah, I just I don't know why, but that particular sandwich is
Yeah.
It's like gasms in your mouth repeatedly every bite.
Well, you next time we'll have to maybe find some at the Clash or something.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had one of those, so I'm all about it. I
Corned
love
beef and
sandwiches.
Swiss. Oh yeah.
I just absolutely love sandwiches. I don't think there. No, never mind. I was going to say there's probably not a sandwich I wouldn't like, but then um, Jenna would probably come up with something really nasty like the cheese thing. Oh, I did skip this. Only Oscar says I want to do stuff with Misfit.
Oh God.
I'm not. I'm not. Nope. We're not gonna go.
Well, you got to leave it right there, so it leaves more for the mind to think.
And Bex is also asking Brookley's question and Myrtle's question. So we'll start with Brookley's. Do you know what Brookley's question is?
No.
That's the one that's. Do you have any weird physical traits? Any weird things that you can do? You know,
I'm
some
double
people.
jointed in my ankles.
Yeah. How does that work? What is
standing straight, feet together? I can take my feet and turn it completely backwards.
Scotty the Fish Freak has that same one. I used to be able to do that.
I've pierced my own tongue, and now there's a permanent hole in my tongue.
Was it to pierce it, or was it an accident?
No, I to pierce it.
Okay.
Normally it would heal back, but it never did. So there's that. Besides that,
that's enough. A lot of people don't have any, so you've got two. It's and the Myrtle question is, what would I change about you, and what would you change about me? So if you've got one, so in the last few weeks, I've really struggled to think of things that I would change about people, because I honestly believe that all the trials and tribulations that we go through in our lives create who we are. And I like these people, and I don't want to change them too much. So I've really struggled to come up with things that I would change. I think the one thing I would change about you is that your business would pick back up and you could get back to a normal life. You'd be able to see your daughter as often as you wanted, and your level of stress would drop back down to a normal, manageable level. That's what I would change about you.
What I would change about you is changing your no cussing rule. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
It's not no cussing. It's just lowered cussing, you know.
One thing I would change. All right. That freaking tree next to you. You need another one on the other side.
But then I'd be between two ferns, even though it's not a fern.
Yeah. Well, it just, I mean, I like the pathos over there to the left, but I just think it would look like you're sitting in a forest.
Well, I do have another one. There's a 6-foot one in the corner.
Oh, wow.
Which he's not doing too great recently. He's once you start to get a little bit of brown on these, there's no coming back from it for that specific branch, that specific part. And he's got one whole. He's still growing really well. In fact, he's got a whole new crown. But so I could move another one over here, but maybe I'll buy one. Because you're not the first person to mention that.
I know. I
need to have another one.
Ever since I first started watching you and seen that damn thing, I was like, man, it throws me off. It's only on one side.
It's gotten pretty big, because when I started,
I
first had it, he was about this tall, and now, you know, it's gotten pretty good. He's a good sized guy now. Oh, see, there's some brown right here.
Yeah.
Right there. I do. I absolutely love the Norfolk Island pine. It probably is my favorite plant. We've used the one that's over in the corner, the 6-foot one, as our Christmas tree. When numerous years we used it, just year after year. It was sort of like a Charlie Brown Christmas tree, you know, because you put one little thing on it and that whole branch sort of, you know, pulls down. They're not super strong, but you know, and they don't like cold weather, so I can't put them outside. I think they 55 or something like that. Anything below that, and they start to die off. They're from New Zealand, so. Okay. So that was Brookley's question and Myrtle's. Okay, we got both those. Thanks, Bex, for doing all of those questions, because I absolutely love those traditional things. Like Zen Ginger's got one too, and I think we got a couple other ones. Mountain Greenery, what's up? If you could live in any of his enclosures, which would it be?
One of my customers has an entire room that he turned into an enclosure for one of his big snakes, and it's got all live plants in it. I mean, it's awesome. But
Now,
that would
how do
probably be
you
the
keep?
one.
Is it humid?
Yeah. Well, he sealed he redid the floors and the walls and the ceiling and sealed it all.
Okay.
So he's got a humidifier and a dehumidifier that he uses to control
Okay.
control that.
Because I could just imagine not taking care of that correctly and the damage that could do. So
Yeah, definitely.
there's Melvin. Melvin's just saying hi. Stephen P. Hello. He said, "Where the heck is Eric?" Anyways, I forgot. Eric did have something tonight. I think I can't remember what it was, but he said something about it. Let's see. It jumped on me probably big time. Oh, and I saw a couple super chats I got to get to. I didn't get notifications on those. That's weird. Okay, we got those. Alishon. Oh, right here. Nano Aquarium guy. What's up, Jay? We know you do have it. Do you have any crazy stories that are hard to believe from your aquarium maintenance jobs? He said, we know you've got them. Can you share any of them?
Well, at the Toledo Casino, they have some fish tanks. They're 1,200-gallon tanks, 2 of them. Right. Well, I got a call one day saying, "Hey, we'd like to hire somebody to come clean our tank and probably stock it." Because after a few years, everything started dying off, and they needed some more fish. So I go and I sit down, and we sit down and go through some of the catalog that I have and pick out some fish. Right? They wanted an assortment of male cichlids. Okay. So I put in the order. It was a couple weeks before they got there. Got them all in. Well, first box that comes in was guppies. Right? The second box I got in was plecos. And then the third box that I got in, the third box was a damn fly river turtle.
Wow. Aren't those pretty
Illegal
pricey
to
too?
ship across most states, from what I understand.
Okay.
Uh, so I obviously had to call ODNR to report it because I didn't know anything about them at the time. And the casino's pissed because I got all the wrong fish in, or they sent me all the wrong fish, and I had to go redo the order and send it all back and whatnot. But they ended up letting me keep that river turtle.
Really?
Yeah, I contacted the distributor and let them know, and I ended up paying for it. And then a couple weeks later, I get another customer, and yeah, I'd like you to set up a system for a turtle. And I asked him what kind of turtle. Oh, I was looking to get a fly river turtle. I just wanted to get the enclosure set up and ready to go before I ever got it. I was like, oh, well, just so you know, they messed up one of my orders, and I happen to have one.
So it
So
was perfect. It was
yeah,
fortuitous.
yeah,
It was
I
a
didn't even.
great mistake.
Yeah, it was just very weird how it all played out. I've
Yeah.
never worked for the casino again. I did
Now,
get them their fish though.
is Toledo close to you?
45 minutes.
Do you know Perrysville?
Perrysburg.
Perrysburg? Yeah.
I know Perrysburg. I don't know Perrysville though.
Yeah, Perrysburg. That's probably it. Um, my oldest son's godmother lives there.
Okay.
Is that pretty close to you? Do you
About
know
the same.
Shannon? She's a small business owner as well. She owns a dog grooming place, and she has for 20 years now.
Nice.
So, but it's right there. So when you said Toledo, I get it. There's a ton of people that live there. You know, it's like when you ask Canadians, "Hey, do you know Kyle?" You know. All
Right.
right. Alishon, good to hear the fish arrive safe and sound. Thank you so much. Again, I gave a little shout out to Alishon. He sent me those goodieds. They came in. They look great. They're already doing fine. I think they're going to be nice and happy. There's, it's a 29, so they've got some room to breed in there. And Skull did mention today, Alishon, he posted on that video that I made that let him know if I wanted some new blood in there. So I will hopefully get some new blood this spring. And then for the Keystone Clash, maybe next year, I can maybe bring you some new blood to give into yours. So Brother Dan, hello everybody. There's 56 people. I didn't say hi to hardly anybody, but hello everybody. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. Stephen P wants to know, and I already know the answer to this question because I've heard you talk about this before, but he says, how does the reptile community compare to the fish fam?
Drastically different.
Yeah.
You have, all right, you see how we all are, or most fish channels and whatnot. We all at least know or work with each other in some form or capacity, right? Over there, it's all sectioned off by communities, right? Say you got famous YouTuber and another famous YouTuber. More than likely, they're two separate entire communities. And with that comes a lot of drama.
Yeah.
A lot of bull crap and a lot of negativity.
You could say shit. Shit's good. It's the F-bomb. That's the only one. Or, some of the other derogatory terms. But bullshit's fine. You can say bullshit. You can say all the bullshit you want. Gotcha. Yeah. So they're silos. That's what I always call them, right? We always had those in places where I worked. And I always hated it. It was part of my job a lot of times to break down those silos and integrate IT into those groups and say, hey, sales, what can we do for you? What can we do to make your jobs easier? What do you need from us? It's the same thing, though. These communities, they could benefit so much from interacting far more instead of fighting against each other and being so competitive.
Mm-hmm.
It's just sad. Yep. It's just sad. And I'm really happy that for the most part, it's not that way in this community.
Right. Yep, I agree.
So is that the biggest difference, is just that they don't really collaborate? They don't really work together that much?
Yeah, there seems to be a lot more of the keeping Nazis, we'll call them. It's their way or the highway, or whatever you do is wrong. And it seems to be a lot. They're a lot more in number there. In that
gotcha.
Side.
There's one way to do it. The way I do it is the only right way to do it.
Yeah, and it's just not true and holding everybody back,
Yeah.
I mean, keep the same species of animals, but more than likely, you're going to keep them a different way.
And it doesn't mean it's wrong. I mean, it might be right based on what you have available and what
what works for you.
Yeah. And maybe that animal is just fine in both of those different ways.
Mm-hmm.
That's the main part,
they
right?
are.
Yeah.
As long as that animal is healthy and taken care of, I mean, what's there to worry about?
That's what matters. Yep. Let's see. Killer Kitty says, has Misfit thought about doing a side job of reading, like YouTube column stories or audiobooks? Such a great voice.
Yeah, I've been told that a lot. And I do have a separate YouTube channel that I put together to start doing that, but I never did. I haven't done anything with it yet. I was thinking I wanted to do more like short stories and small novels and stuff like that.
I like it. I think it's a great idea. I think there's definitely a place for it out there, and you definitely have the voice for it.
It definitely wouldn't be streaming or doing. It'd be more like a podcast sort of thing. I might do live readings and stuff like that, but nothing. But focusing, I want people to focus on what I'm saying over what I look like or what I'm doing and stuff like that.
Yeah, I could see that. I actually was going to do something along the same lines, but not like as a standard thing, but maybe just every once in a while I was going to do excerpts from a book that I was sent, like on the Afternoon Delights and stuff. And the foremost Kelly in her field sent me this.
Did she send you smut books? Rico.
An Agent of His novel by Sheila Kell. Afternoon Delight.
That looks mysteriously and suspiciously like a smut book.
He's charismatic and she's cautious. Neither wants what the other has until Afternoon Delight.
Definitely.
She said it to me,
Definitely.
It was hilarious because I didn't know this was coming, right? And I wasn't home that one day. I'm always home, but I wasn't here. I don't remember where I was. And so a package came and I was like, well, I wasn't expecting anything. And so I told Michelle to open it up and she goes, so is there anything you'd like to tell me? And I was like, what are you talking about? And then she showed me what it was. And then she showed the little note. It was from Kelly, right. So thank you again, Kelly. This is hilarious.
It's funny.
And I think we're going to I'm going to pick out some excerpts at random to read on the Afternoon Delight, something that's a little bit risque and, a little, smoky.
Hey, I got to run to the bathroom real fast. I'm sitting here dancing in my chair. Give me a second.
No problem.
Right back.
And Killer Kitty, thanks so much for the super chat, the $3 super chat. I'm going to scan through those super quick here. Excuse me. And start at the bottom. Now we are still a bottom, Kyle says. I'm just going to skip through and see any other members' messages or anything like that. Okay. There we go. Nope, I got both of those. Okay. So again, thanks everybody for hanging out with us. As soon as Brennen gets back, we'll answer some more of them. I am right now at, let's see, we got Killer Kitty super chat. Okay. Surf City. And again, a reminder for everybody, Surf City, I did happen to see your question, but please do the @RicoStan, because otherwise I probably would have popped right past it, but I did see it. So we'll ask that when he comes back. Next Tuesday, we have Gina's Reef. She will be our guest. She was supposed to be last Tuesday. I had to cancel this week. But next Tuesday will be Gina. No, I'm sorry. That's not true. Susie Q will be this Tuesday. Gina will be the following Tuesday. And I'm still looking for more people to join me on the Focus On. My email is at the top of the screen, the ricostan.com. Shoot me an email. Just, let me know that you'd be interested in being a member, being a guest for the Focus On. I've got about, 10 people or so lined up. No, not even 10 anymore. We're probably down to about 6 people lined up. So, and if you have sent me an email in the past, I wiped the list out. I just had so many people that were on there for forever. Wiped that list out and started from scratch. So please, if you would like to be, on the Focus On, let me know. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to scroll down a little bit. I wish, I should have set up a camera for those goodyids. Now, goodyids, which is the proper pronunciation? I've heard people say it both ways. I never went and looked it up to see how it's actually pronounced. Goodyids or goodayids. It looks like goodyids to me, but I'm curious on what you guys think. Let's see. What's my timestamp so I can come back to it? Because I'm going to scroll down to the bottom. Let's see. West Surf City, 8:43 p.m. Okay.
All right.
So I'm skipping all these. Let me know what you think. Hippie John. And I don't want to do anybody a second time yet. Because there's so many people I haven't got through. And hi, Hippie John. It's good to see you, brother. Do you stream for the show using StreamYard? I can, Bunny Viper. Yeah, we can, yeah, whatever, we can make it work. We can make it work, Ivy. Whatever works best for you, that's what we can make work. I won't make somebody use something. But please, Bunny Viper, I know you were on the list previously. Please send me another email. I would love to interview you. And anybody, Killer Kitty, Craig Doniger. I'm just going up the list. Bex, we already got Larry D. Larry D, have we interviewed Larry D? Larry, we've streamed together, but I don't remember if I've done a Focus On with you. I don't think we have. We need to do one. Larry D's a great guy. Got to meet him at the Keystone Clash. And, we've, again, another person we've hung out with for a very long time. So, okay. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Okay. Surf City said he's asked you this already, and you've already answered. And but he wants to know what's the most expensive fish you've handled for a customer.
It would be a peppermint angelfish. They're about $30,000 a piece.
Good Lord.
It's a saltwater angelfish. I had a couple of them shipped in from Taiwan. That which was nerve-wracking. Lose that one fish, lose the whole business, sort of thing. So
yeah,
it was sketchy.
No,
But I
what
felt
makes
very honored and privileged to be able to get a fish like that for somebody.
yeah. What are they rare? Are they?
Yeah, they're extremely rare and protected.
Okay.
Extremely.
Okay. I just, the most I ever spent for any single fish in the fish room was probably Zoidberg, my blue lobster. I think he was $40 crayfish, I think he was $40. That's the most expensive. I just can't. I just can't.
Right.
Partly because I'm very new. I've only kept what I've got in my fish room now. Really, that's
Right.
it. So there's so much for me still to keep. So it's easy to not get bored.
Right. Personal, most expensive fish I kept personally would be my Mabu puffer. He
How much
was
do those
pretty.
run?
I picked him up for like $2,000.
Wow.
Um,
They are damn cool, though.
He was already at a pretty good size when I had gotten him.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
I could see in the future. Some of those bigger puffers. I do love puffer fish a lot.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Zen Ginger would like to know, only be able to keep reptiles or fish for the rest of his life if he could only keep one.
Fish, hands down.
Yeah. Why?
I love my reptiles, but
what is
fish
about
really
the fish?
tickle my fancy, man. I don't know what it is, but
they just do it for you.
I feel a connection with fish that I don't really feel. I mean, I feel to an extent with reptiles, but not quite like this.
Yeah. And would you say that there's more variety with fish as opposed to reptiles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of options with reptiles, but it seems to be more expensive.
Yeah.
If you ain't got the money to spend, I mean, you ain't getting in. You're not probably going to get some pretty cool reptiles unless you get a lucky deal or something like that.
And probably a lot of them are pretty high maintenance once you get up to those levels too. Like they need very specific care and things.
Yep,
I'm
some
guessing
of them do
again.
For sure. Yep, some do for sure.
And I'm surprised then, Ginger, because she usually goes with the would you rather, fight 1,000 shark-sized guppies or one guppy-sized shark or something? I don't know. I got that backwards, but that's usually her question.
I'd go with the shark-sized guppies. They got some soft flesh, man.
She changes up all the time. She's always got good ones. There's Larry D right there. Hello, Larry D. Hello, everybody again. Let's see. Scrolling down. Amateur Aquatic Addiction. What was your channel name before? Didn't you just change your name? I remember I thought you said you were somebody else and you changed your name, and I forgot what it was, so I apologize. What's your favorite drink?
Alcoholic or just drink?
Sure, whatever.
Alcoholic, either Johnny Walker on the rocks or rum and Coke.
Any specific rum or just
I really
not
like
too picky?
Really like the Kraken rum.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just like the dark spiced rum for some reason.
Yeah. It's got that hint though of the black licorice that I don't care for. It's not too overpowering.
I don't get that, especially in a rum and Coke. It almost gives it almost like a vanilla taste if you mix just the right amount with it.
It's still good. I mean, I'm not going to turn it down. Captain and Coke, that would be my favorite. What about non-alcoholic?
Chocolate milk and orange juice.
Oh, mixed?
No, definitely not.
I can't do orange juice. I mean, once in a while, but I just don't like orange juice. I've never liked it my entire life.
Really like apple juice, cranberry juice, all of them. I don't know. I'm not very picky when it comes to it. I don't like what is it? Grapefruit juice. I don't like grapefruit juice.
Oh yeah, I don't like grapefruits either. Never been a fan of those. Okay, so I'm scrolling through. Um, Killer Kitty said Misfit is aquascaping Rico's room. That's how far back we were.
Oh man.
Lady Rorschach says, "What's your favorite book or genre of book?" Always wanted to ask a literary question.
My favorite book is The Guards by Kevin Brennen. And my
Oh,
favorite genre is I have a few. I like mystery, horror, fantasy, thrillers, all sorts of stuff.
Guards. Now, what was the author's name again?
Kevin Brennen. The
What's
book's
that
called The
about?
Guards.
I'm not
It's
familiar with
like
it.
a
What's the basic idea?
dystopian world where kids are pretty much forced into military labor
Hmm,
camps and stuff,
okay.
and they break out and all sorts of stuff. It's pretty
I thought you were going to
interesting.
say Guards,
Oh
which is
no.
a funny fantasy book. Um, okay, Melvin would like to know what's your favorite movie.
My favorite movie would be Biodome.
Really?
Yeah, I love that movie.
What is it about it that just
It's
something
just
about it, huh?
freaking hilarious. I love Pauly Shore.
The weasel. No, wheezing the juice. Planet of the Cave Bear. Yeah, my wife reads that quite a bit. I've read those. Planet of the Cave Bear. I like when my wife reads them though. She gets inspired by the Planet of the Cave Bear series. Let's see. Okay. Lady Rorschach has one for both of us. It's from Alan Alda's clear and vivid question and answer. What is something that you wish you really knew about? Something that you wish you were an expert in, or just very knowledgeable.
Chemistry,
That's a good one.
particularly for aquariums and just, I mean, anything to do with water, really.
That's a good one. There's
Mhm.
so many. That's a hard question. That's a really everything. There's nothing I don't want to know about. But if I had to pick, man, I don't know. I don't know. Um, music, maybe music, maybe understanding, how to write, how to create, maybe music.
That'd be really
I've
cool.
always wanted to be, involved with music somehow, and I just don't. I have no musical talent whatsoever, and I sing all the time, and I don't sing well, but I sing all the time. Um, I would love to know, maybe specifically how to sing and to be able to do it. Maybe that's it. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that'd be a good one too.
Okay, scrolling down. Big Shrimpin', what's up, dude? And I did see you mentioned that you did get your shirt. Hopefully John got his as well. I saw they were both delivered, so I want to make sure John got his too. I got to reach out to him. But Brennan, ever seen the chef do the super sarcastic criticism videos on TikTok? And are they related? I'm not sure.
No, I haven't. Not sure I know who you're talking about.
Oh, okay. There's a chef that he thinks that you guys are maybe related.
Hmm. I don't
Super
know.
sarcastic.
That's his name?
No, that's just he does super sarcastic criticism videos.
Oh,
But you must have a lot of mannerisms or something that.
yeah. Good.
Yeah, who is it exactly? Big Shrimpin'. What's the channel name? If you could tell us what that is, I'm curious. Nano Aquarium guy would like to know if you're into Marvel or DC. Do you care either way? And do you have
I
a
like
favorite?
both.
Okay. Yep, me
Yep,
too.
I'm one of those people who like both. They both have
I
good movies and they both have crap movies.
I lean towards Marvel more. I've always read the comics more, but I do enjoy DC too. And your favorite movie, TV, book genre? So you said the dystopian one you really liked, but is that your favorite in movies and TV and stuff too, or do you have a?
I really like historical movies more centered. Like, I really get off on like war movies. I don't know why, but like stuff like Saving Private Ryan or The Ninth Platoon and stuff like that. I don't know why. but I
Stuff
love them.
that's historically accurate too. I mean, is important to
Yeah,
be
no,
very
not
accurate.
necessarily. Because like, have you ever seen the
Okay.
movie The Great Wall?
Oh yeah.
It's a little bit of a fantasy movie. I love that. I love
Wasn't there
that.
dragons?
I don't know what they were.
Something like that, right? There was
Yeah, they're
something.
just reptilian creatures that flooded the whole damn place. I don't know.
Okay, so anything war movies, like, do you have a specific one that's one of your favorites, either new or old?
The Ninth Platoon. It's a Russian-made movie, actually.
Hmm.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever
It's about
heard of it.
a company of soldiers from the Russian paramilitary group fighting in Iraq when all that started. When Iraq or when Russia first invaded Iraq and stuff way back when.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard of it.
It's pretty good.
I like old war movies, like World War II stuff, that came out, like, right after in the 50s and 60s,
Mhm.
70s, that kinda stuff. I enjoy watching those.
Right.
They're almost like a comfort food to me. Like, if
Yeah.
I'm not feeling good, it's just like with Westerns. I love to watch old Westerns, like the spaghetti Westerns. They Call Me Trinity, the series, any of the, Clint Eastwood things, all those types of movies. And when I don't feel well, I watch those quite often. The man who shot uh, Liberty Valance.
Okay. Yeah. One of my favorite. It's a holiday movie, but one of my favorite old time movies is The Miracle on 43rd Street.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah, yeah.
That was I remember when I
That's
was a
always a
little
good one to
kid,
watch.
me and my grandfather watching that every Christmas, and I love it. It's a good
Yeah,
movie.
those traditional kind of things too. Yeah, nostalgia. Steven said he just saw That Guy, the chef, the other day, and he really does remind me of Brennan. And
Hmm.
so did Kyle. Kyle says, "Laugh out loud, big shrimping," right? Beck said
Oh,
the same thing. He so reminds me of Brennan. Big shrimping.
hmm.
So a lot of people have seen the guy.
I have to go check him out.
Um, all
Would I
right, so I'm
rather have
scrolling.
to ship 1,000 saltwater angels or fight off the biggest anaconda ever in the jungle? Well, I'd want to leave that anaconda alive because it's so big, probably. Um, so I'd take the 1,000 saltwater angels.
Is that Zen Ginger?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. She usually does something along those lines. And she did bring up Fish Fam Christmas. Um, yeah, we need donations for Fish Fam Christmas. Little commercial here. We still need donations for Fish Fam Christmas. We still would like to have more channels signed up, although there are more channels signed up this year than last. So that's good. We went past that. That's good.
It's awesome.
But we'd like to get more. And how can you sign up? Fishfam.link. I'm sure that's Zen Ginger dropped the link there. All the information is there. But basically, what happens is you are the channel host. You're a live streamer that's involved with Fishfam. All you need to do is sign up, and we will take care of the giveaway. We'll schedule a time with you. We'll come up on your stream sometime between December 18th and January 1st. We'll do a giveaway, and we'll work that out with you. We'll work out a schedule with you that works for you and for us. And we'll be giving stuff away. So it's only a benefit to you. There's no downside for channel host in any way whatsoever. It's only a benefit. It'll help your channel. You'll get more viewers over that time period.
Yep.
It's a really cool thing. And to win those prizes, all you really have to do is watch live streams from December 18th to January 1st, and hopefully you win. There's going to be different ways to do those giveaways, so each channel will be a little bit different. Not a lot, but a little bit.
Right.
But you just got to, and you won't know where Santa's going to show up. So the more live streams you watch from December 18th through January 1st increases your chance of winning. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. So I'm just scrolling down looking for Brennan should read smut for us, Ivy says.
Oh God. Might be able to make some money doing that.
Zen Ginger said, I didn't know this was coming. Was that a statement or an excerpt from the book when I held up the book, and I said, I didn't know this was coming? All right.
Does Brennan have a favorite bad movie? Yeah. It's called Drunken Master. It's an old.
Yep.
It came up. It's an old, like B-rated Chinese fighting movie. It's hilarious.
Yeah. Maybe 70s. It's late 60s, early 70s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Drunken Master. Now, there was one sort of, it wasn't like Bruce Lee, right? Who was
There's
in
a
Drunken
young
Master?
Jackie Chan, I think.
That's who it was. I think you're right. Yep. I think you're right. Like it was one of his first movies.
Yep.
We're going to look it up real quick because I do remember it. Let's see. Drunken Master. 1978. So a little bit longer or a little bit newer than I thought. But yeah, very young Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan, and I can't pronounce the other names. I'm sorry. That's failing on my part. But it is a good movie. It's a very good movie. It's a comedy, but it's got more to it. Definitely a good movie. Where were we at next? Okay, so I got that one that you just answered. Two Mules for Sister Sarah. Yep. Regina. Hi, Regina. Yep, that's a good one too. The one that I don't like though, there's one of those that came out in that same time period. It was called Paint Your Wagon Red, and it has Clint Eastwood and Lee Marvin singing, and neither one of them can sing. Now, I'm not a good singer. I'm better than both of those people. It's not good.
How can I forget?
It's not good.
Another really bad movie that I like is called Nude Nuns with Guns.
I don't know that one.
It's ridiculous. But this nun, like, something happened to her. I'm not gonna say it, but so she ends up freaking out, and now she runs around butt naked with her headdress on, shooting people. It's ridiculous.
I have never ever heard of that one. Nude Nuns with Guns. Yep. 2010. And I don't know any of the David Castro. I don't know any of the people that are in it. Arizona Underground Film Festival.
Yep, it's an interesting movie, to say the least.
I just want to see if there's anybody that I know. Yeah, I don't know any of the people that are in it. Huh. Let's see. So, Sister Sarah, neglected and abused by a corrupt priest who produces and distributes heroin. Jesus. Yes, and she receives a commandment from God to take revenge, acquiring heavy weapons, including big guns and vibrators.
What? Yeah.
This is Wikipedia. That's what it's saying. I mean, Sister Sarah sets out to kill those who had abused her and are using the church for their own personal gain. Jesus. Jesus. Oh. All right. That's funny. What is Fishfam Christmas? Michael, he's never let me down. New Local Austin, he's never let me down. He's been asking that question now for a year and a half. Year and a half.
I remember.
Alishon, Kelly's Heroes is a beautiful movie, one of my very favorites. And yeah, Donald Sutherland played the part of Oddball. Absolutely love that movie. One of my favorites. Okay. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar did a martial arts movie. That is awesome. And hi, Xanadu. Now, that one was with a star. Was it with Bruce Lee, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? Who was it with? It was with another star that was a martial artist.
I don't know.
We're definitely going down a rabbit hole here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to look it up real quick. We got to find out. Yeah, Bruce Lee. Oh, maybe not. Sorry. He was on Mannix, An Emergency, Man Stuck in Car. Yeah, he was on Airplane, the movie Airplane. He was in Fletch. What movie was that? I'm not seeing it here. I thought he played a part with oh yeah, here it is. Game of Death with Bruce Lee. I thought so. I thought Bruce Lee was involved in that. And what's up, Xanadude? Good B movie for me, The Valley of Gwenji and Them. Classic sci-fi and dinosaurs living among people. Nice. Okay. Okay. Nude nuns with guns. Paul Sotero, what's up? Good Aid. Good Aid. Good Aid. Good Aid.
That's funny.
Paul's just now responding to that. And Bruce Lee, Fist of Fury, Larry D. knew. We're at the bottom of the chat.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Kyle says Kareem Abdul-Jabbar will always be Roger Murdoch from Airplane. And that's, I know I never really thought of that, Kyle, but now is that movie like one of the greatest to you, or do you absolutely hate it? I'm curious. You've got to love it. Big Trouble in Little China. What's up, John? Select Pet. Just got back from Nashville Club meeting, working on the fish room plumbing. We are at the bottom of the chat. Does anybody have any more questions before we run out of here? We are an hour and a half in. Let's see who else, and you can look at fishfam.link and see who else is going tonight. Pam is later. I feel like there's somebody that's doing a stream at 10 tonight.
Griffin, I think.
Oh, is Griffin doing one at 10?
He usually does. And then
Sundays.
I have mine at 11:30.
Sundays he does.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Tonight's not Sunday. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And you're doing your, now is it game show night tonight?
No, that would be next week. We did one the previous week. So
I will be asleep.
The off week.
Did you get my 5 words question again already? Zen Ginger, was that the would you rather one? Brennan did find that one if that's the one. Eakins, what's up, Eakins? Favorite freshwater fish and favorite saltwater fish. Killer Killy would like to know.
Freshwater would be dojo loaches, and saltwater I really, really enjoy wrasses.
Never had those because I've never had salt.
You're a nice mid-sized kind of fish, very active, very inquisitive.
Hippie Squared is at 9 Central, I'm guessing, because it's already 9:30 here, so I'm guessing at 10 o'clock Eastern time. 10 o'clock Eastern time.
Yep,
question for both you. Describe the Zen Ginger. Okay, Zen Ginger would like you to describe the rest of your life in 5 words. She wants us both to do it. So 5 words. So nope, that doesn't work.
I got it.
Do it.
I am a fucking fish.
I don't know. 5 words. Describe the rest of your life. It's too depressing. There's, the rest of your life. It's not.
I always tell people I'm gonna die in a fish tank. You watch. So that's why I went with
that. how do you think you'll get caught and drown, or heart attack and face first, or what's going to happen?
Well, one of those.
Have you thought about this?
Yes. One of those could very potentially well happen. But I want to get a nice 180-gallon tank that is 8 feet long and get buried in it.
Gotcha.
Instead of having an actual coffin, I want it to be a damn fish tank.
And would it be sealed 100%?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So I wonder how long your body would last in that if it was 100% sealed. I got to imagine at some point stuff is going to break through.
Right.
And the seal will be broken, right? But I wonder how long that would be. That's a good test, though. Well, they had Stalin, was it? Or was it Lenin? Lenin, right? I think it was Lenin that was...
had him in that glass coffin for
Yeah.
quite a few years before they actually put them in, what is it, a Coliseum now?
All right. Well, um, I think we're at the bottom. And thanks everybody for hanging out with us.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see any more questions coming in. Leslie Nielsen. Yeah. Did he? I didn't remember him passing. Zenon missed the opportunity for all 5 words to begin with F.
I can only use one more, so I used it accordingly.
Oh, God. Did you see what Kyle said?
No, where is it here?
It's like almost at the bottom.
Will glass coffins ever be popular? That's a good one.
You son of a bitch.
That's a good one.
All right, guys. Sorry it was a little bit out of sorts tonight. Hope everybody still had a good time. Thanks for joining us. Thanks so much, Brennen. I know you've been super busy, so thank you for hanging out with us. Leslie Nielsen died 12 years ago. Jesus, no wonder I didn't remember. I don't remember yesterday very much. Still, lots of good streams left tonight. Go spread the Fishfam love, and we'll see you guys Tuesday again. Susie Q will be our guest on Tuesday. Gina's Reef will be the following Tuesday. She was supposed to be last week. I had to cancel. And instead of moving everybody, I just moved Gina to the following week. And again, please, if you would like to be on the Focus On, please shoot me an email. Rico Stan. There's no requirements. You can have this. You can have no subs. If you were part of the Fish Fam, I want to interview you. It's everybody is available, or everybody's See, I can't even. Please come hang out with me and let me interview you. There's so many people left to get to. And I really, really want to interview everybody. There's nobody I don't want to interview. That's not true. There's a couple people, but they know who they are and they want to be interviewed by me anyway. So it's not a big deal. All right, everybody. Thanks so much. And have a good night. Oh, real quick. I'm not going to touch a button. Anything you want to say before we leave? Do we cover everything? Anything you want to?
I know I'm kind of quiet sometimes, but just know that I appreciate all of you guys, and I'm glad you guys get to learn a little bit more about me tonight that I don't think I've said a few of those things before to anybody. So hope you guys enjoyed, and make sure you guys get a hold of Rico if you want to be on the Focus On.
And again, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time tonight, Brennen will be streaming on his channel. So,
well, not if today is Saturday.
Oh,
game night is every other weekend, and this happens to be the off week.
Okay, all right. I was confused on that too.
Yeah. And then Sunday is my normal stream.
Hi, Drew. What's up, dude? We're just getting ready to end, man. All right, we'll see you guys. Everybody, take care, and thanks for joining us. Have a good weekend.